Hey guys, so I want to talk a little bit about this To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science, and a little bit about Tom DeLonge and some of the people that he has on his team here. So I've been following sort of the disclosure movement and ufology for quite a while. I've pretty much heard everybody's stuff. Dr. Stephen Greer, Linda Moulton Howe. There's a bunch of people that I watch and follow, and I sort of know, generally the secrets that our government has and what they're hiding. But so Tom DeLonge's new venture, which is actually kind of an old venture for him, he started this company a few years ago. It's interesting, but here's why I think it's kind of a scam. So he has all of this really impressive team of previous DoD and CIA and aerospace. I mean, these are the top guys, and like this guy worked for the CIA. Um, this guy is I think is the NSA guy. There's the Lockheed Martin Skunk Works head guy. This guy is like the one of the top intelligence guys. There's a physics guy. There's all sorts of these top guys, and it looks like he's added more people to his team that I haven't really looked at. But basically, if you watch that press conference he had, they all get on. They talk about how this company is going to be revolutionary in disclosure, and they want to build aerospace vehicles that will revolutionize the world through scalar energy and technologies that are we've seen UFOs and stuff, but the real truth is that if these guys are really who they say they are and they're this high up in the government, they should already know that this technology already exists. Our government has had this technology perfected since the 60s. They got it in the 50s, maybe even earlier, but it was perfected in the 60s. They already have anti-gravitational technology. They already can, like the head of Lockheed Martin Skunk Works said, we have the technology to take ET home, right? If this guy really is as big as he says he is in Lockheed Martin, then he should know himself that this technology already exists. So the fact that they're trying to raise money, and now it's a public company, so you can actually invest in stock, and they've raised $2.5 million here, that it just doesn't make any sense that they say they need all this investment up front to, discover this technology and build these crafts and stuff. That if these guys were all legit, and I think they are, I mean, most of these guys are pretty legit, they should know that this stuff already exists and our government already has this. And I'm sure Lockheed Martin has been privy to this information as well. But some of the really interesting things to look at is if you look at their SEC filings, this is all public information. If you look at first how the company is sort of structured, Tom DeLonge has created literally probably 20 different entities, and he's stacked it in such a way where he pretty much is there to benefit from any money made by this company without taking any responsibility for the liabilities. So let me just go to click here first. So he's getting compensated nothing. However, if you look at the share, the stock options and the security holders, it's pretty interesting. So Gravity Holdings is owned by Tom DeLonge, right? Tom DeLonge and his wife, and they're the trustees of the DeLonge Family Trust. And then you look at James Semivan, who's that CIA guy. He owns Jimsem Company, which got 1,800 shares of common Class B stock. Tom DeLonge also has 1,800 shares, and this must be one of the other guys' 1,800 shares. So the original 6 guys, I think it was. So here's 2 of them. No, 5. There were 5. And then the other 3 guys must be in this. The officers and directors, 67 million shares of Class A, along with Tom DeLonge, 60 million of Class A. And if you look down here, there's a lot more interesting stuff. You really need to dig deep into this stuff. And so he's pretty much created this business structure with all these fake names, right? R2 Dogs Incorporated. What else is there? Mr. Handsome LLC, Good in Bed Music, ASCAP, right? These are all owned by Tom DeLonge. And then he actually gets royalties on his music up to $100,000, or with minimum of $100,000 every year by this company. But some of the more interesting things, if you look at their balance sheet, right? Go down and look at their financial statements here. They have some liabilities that are pretty questionable. Like this $200,000 was exactly equal to the GoFundMe that he set up. So if it was really a GoFundMe, why would he owe this as a liability? It seems to me like this is either disinformation or misinformation backed by the government. I mean, these are all guys who are very, very, up there in intelligence, and they know what they're talking about, and they know information, they know secrets, right? And so I have a feeling, and a lot of these guys, I think, what was this guy? Where is he? This guy quit his job like 3 days before that press conference with that he announced he was working with them. So it's like, why would he ruin his career? And this guy doesn't look that old as a, top, what is he? Top DOD counterintelligence executive. He was the director of national intelligence, right? So why would he ruin his career to join this sort of stupid startup company that, wants to mix entertainment with disclosure and aerospace? Like, it's very, very strange. So in my opinion, this is all just, more misinformation by the government. Whether or not they think people are getting too, questioning too much, I think they're going to do like this sort of false disclosure where they claim that they don't actually already have this technology. And maybe this is the way they're trying to get it out without, putting too much, heat on themselves for having to say, oh, we've had this for 50, 60 years, but, we never told you guys because we were scared or whatever. And maybe they'll just give the technology to this company, and then they'll come out and miraculously say, oh, because of this $22.5 million we raised, we were able to, discover anti-gravitational technology. Like, no, that's probably not true. People have been working on free energy and stuff like that for years and years and years, and it's pretty much proven to not be accurate. So if miraculously this company in a year or two comes out with this, advanced new technology, I would call bullshit. And they're probably being given this technology by the government that originally got it from extraterrestrial vehicles that we crashed. We actually shot them down. Everybody knows about Roswell and our scalar radar that basically shot these vehicles down, and we had ETs living on our planet for a while. But there have been ETs visiting our planet for hundreds of thousands of years, and a lot of people think that they are doing, DNA manipulation and experiments with humans and animals. If you guys remember the animal mutilations that were going on that were bloodless, they were able to take all the blood out of an animal. They wouldn't find any blood, but the testicles would be missing, half their cheek would be missing, their teeth would be missing, all the sexual organs, maybe their ear would be missing. And, Linda Moulton Howe has done a lot of research on this, and basically she discovered that the overall answer to what was causing it, that the government decided, was that it was extraterrestrials that were doing this type of work. And of course, the government always tries to hide all this stuff. So, in my opinion, this is complete BS. Maybe the investment, maybe it'll pay out because it's the government, and they got billions of dollars in black funded projects that maybe they just reward all these people and say, oh yeah, you invested in a company that discovered anti-gravitational technology. So yeah, here, make $1 million off of it. But it seems like complete bullshit to me. But I would encourage you to do some more research before investing in this. But like I said, maybe you can invest and make millions in this, because maybe this is the chosen. I don't know why Tom DeLonge got chosen, but he seems to be making progress on, look at this, beamed energy propulsion. Like, I think that's the shit that you can send satellites into low Earth orbit with lasers. It just seems like, I mean, like, why wouldn't our, top aerospace companies like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon and stuff, why wouldn't they be doing this instead of some dumb little startup that has, that's literally, if you look at their SEC filings, they lost $400,000 last year. They have 1.3 million in revenue from selling books and DVDs and Tom DeLonge's shitty new music. But it just seems like disinformation, or at least misinformation. I don't know if they're trying to trick us again, or they're trying to actually disclose things, but this is all backed by the government, man. This is all insider, the top, majestic, all that shit. It's all fake. So that's all I got.